Hello and welcome everyone. Andy Bryan here from the Soul Pathway. And today within this video I wanted to provide you with a behind the scenes look at my Awaken Your Soul Pathway app, as well as also my Soul Pathway Oracle card app. As many of you have been asking, how did you put this app together and what led you to creating it in the first place? So before I share that all with you, I wanted to share with you a bit more about my background and what had led me to doing and creating this app. So many years ago, and you could say it was in a past life actually, because it was that long ago, I looked into developing websites, and was when I was a very young age. I would say about 14-15 years old. And at that time, obviously, I wasn't good at developing websites at all. But I went on to go to university where I studied software development, much prior to when I awakened on my spiritual journey. But I learned how to develop, websites and also applications for your computer and also mobile phones. But that was many years ago, so you can imagine how much mobile technology has changed over the years. But once I left university, this was when I first explored my own spiritual journey, because I had this lack of self-confidence and self-esteem, which led me to studying hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So I left my old world behind. I didn't really want to be a software developer anymore and work in that environment, because if I'm honest with you, it's incredibly stressful in those environments, because you're always meeting deadline after deadline, and I found it overwhelming in those situations. So shifting into a position where I could support and help people was absolutely perfect for me. But I remember quite a few years ago now, I went to a mind body spirit fair, and in fact I was delivering a talk like I often did back then, and I also had a stand. And a lovely intuitive lady came up to me towards the end of the session, and she said, "I can see you developing an app, and I think it'll be very successful as well, or actually I can view it being very successful." And I had a long conversation with her, and I sat with her and I said, "No, I can't see myself developing an app. That's an old life of mine, and it's not really part of who I am anymore." So I put that to one side, though I was at the Mind Body Spirit event for the weekend. So at the end of the weekend, when I obviously made my way back home, I thought about developing this app, and I thought, I'm not really a software developer anymore, but I can look into it and see what it takes to develop an app. And soon enough, within a month or so, I developed the first version of my Awaken Your Soul Pathway app, which guides people on their spiritual journey and soul pathway. At the very early stages, it was very small and simple, really, where you had some videos to guide through your spiritual journey as you awaken to who you are, and you had a few exercises as well. But back then it wasn't all about connecting with your soul pathway. It was more about your spiritual journey in relation to the hero's journey. As many of you know, my work evolved from there. But the reason why I wanted to share this with you as well wasn't to just share with you my app, but also because I believe each and every one of us, we do need to learn to detach from conditions and patterns of the ego, our old self. But there are aspects of our old self that are healthy, that can support us in creating something quite remarkable. So it's essential, I believe, for you to bring the old aspects of yourself into your present self, so that you can utilize your incredible skills in what area of life you previously lived, you could say. Don't leave it all behind, because I brought this software development with me, and I've created this incredible app that I'm going to be sharing with you. in just a moment, we've all got to utilize all of our skills, and creating an app was something that really helped me to support so many people on the spiritual journey. And, my first app was the Awaken Your Soul Pathway app, and then most recently, because I created my Oracle cards this year, obviously these cards which you've probably seen already, there's also an app for them as well. But what I want to do now is share with you the behind the scenes look at my app and what I've created, so that you can appreciate all the work I've put in to bring it to you all today. And I know that you appreciate it already, and that's not an issue, but I really wanted to share it with you all today as well at the same time. So let me pop over to the other screen, and what I will say is, don't get too overwhelmed with what I'm sharing with you, because I'm sure you can look at it and think, wow, it looks like a foreign language to me. Looking at this is very, very overwhelming. And it's just to give you an overview again of what I've created. So when I first began developing my app, I didn't have the welcome screen at which you see here. I quite literally guided you through each and every stage of your spiritual journey and soul pathway. So you began from the screen, Begin Your Journey, where you jumped into the first stage of your spiritual journey and looked at your old self. But as I mentioned, this was previously, developed and evolved from the work of the hero's journey and Joseph Campbell's work. So I guided you through each and every stage of the hero's journey. But as you already know, it shifted. And then you had an exercise to support you through that phase of your journey. But much has evolved over the years. And also within this app, if we go back to the welcome screen, I've now added meditations. And if you jump over to the meditation screen, you can see one of the meditations that I've got available now, which have come from my profile on Insight Timer. And just to give you, a look at some of the code that I've created for that, just to play this meditation, you've got a lot of the code here, and I know it may look foreign to you, so I don't want you to go overwhelmed, but you've got the play button, fast forward, rewind, seek, and all of this is actually being played from Amazon Web Services, which is very, very useful in providing you with my app. And if I go over to that meditation, it actually brings in the image from Amazon Web Services as well, or it may actually be from another service called Firebase. But as I said, I don't want to overwhelm you too much, but I just wanted to show you and share with you all the work that I've put into creating this app. Because on the right hand side, you've got all of the different screens and the different code that I've created in order to develop the app. So you've got all the exercises there. You've got my mailing list, to which I've just added to the app, as I'm not a fan of email marketing, but I've got a very good friend who is going to become much like a marketing assistant and a PA for me, who's going to be writing the mailing lists. She's absolutely fantastic. You've got the meditation screen, as I mentioned, online readings, weekly wisdom videos, and much, much more. But I've evolved this over the years. Like, as I've said, we can't detach from old aspects of ourselves completely. We've got to embrace those old, aspects of who we are, so that we can embrace the wholeness and beauty of who we are. Because I wouldn't have brought to you this app if I didn't honor my ego and the healthy aspects of ego. But I would love for you to think about what it is that you've got within you with regards to that gold mine, that treasure that is hidden within you, maybe from your past, that you are a bit reluctant to connect with. Because if you connect with your creativity, you may be able to bring out something beautiful and remarkable like this as well. So let me jump back to my screen, because as I said, there's so much I've done over the years with regards to developing and evolving this app. One of the most recent things I've done with the app as well is something that I love actually. It's something very, very simple, but it's fantastic. So I just need to quickly find it here, but it's the splash screen. And it doesn't show you there, but I'll pop up a little screen in a moment to give you, a look and feel of what it is. But when you open the app, I've got a new quote each and every week, or when I feel inspired to add a new quote that pops up and shows up when you first open the app, so that you can be inspired for the day. So these may look like small tweaks, but you can see all of the coding that goes behind creating, the work that I do today. And finally, before I close out, I just wanted to share with you how many versions of the code I've developed over the years. Now, these may have been minor updates or very large updates, but what you can see is code version. My most recent version is code number 109. So you can see how much my app has evolved over the years. And this was just a short behind the scenes video just to share with you, all the work that I've put in to create this app. And if you've been a user for a long time, I'm no doubt sure that you're aware of how much it's changed over the years and evolved, and I absolutely love what it's grown into. I'm sure there will be some more updates and changes to it over time, but at the moment I feel actually quite satisfied with what I've got there. So that's my short but sweet video for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it, even though you may have thought that it's a bit overwhelming looking at code that you don't understand at all. But short message for you today is really connect with your ego in a way that it can serve you. You don't want to detach from all aspects of it, but you just want to allow yourself to evolve to maybe create something beautiful like I've done here with my app. And you can see I've got my Awaken Your Soul Pathway app that I shared with you there, and also my Soul Pathway Oracle cards, where you can actually view my whole deck within the app. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how to do all of the things within the app when I first started, but as with everything, I started at the beginning. I started creating something small, and each and every month and every year how it's been out, I've evolved it and I've grown it into what it is today. So allow yourself to start from something small, because soon enough you'll create something beautiful. Thank you for listening. Take care. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I will say take care, much love, and I do look forward to connecting with you in another video very soon. Bye for now. Awaken your soul pathway and shift from self to soul. Download our free app on the Google Play Store, where you can disconnect from your mind in order to reconnect with your soul as you awaken to your spiritual journey and connect with your soul from within. Learn from one of our many courses available on Udemy. We have our Archetypes for Life program, where you can connect with your inner world in order to transform your outer world. We also have your Awaken Your Inner Warrior course, where you can learn how to balance your masculine and feminine within. You can even take the journey of divine love to embrace your soulmate or twin flame. Or you can honor and heal your shadow as you shift it from darkness to light. Gain deeper insights from spirit as you connect with your soul and awaken your soul pathway with our Soul Pathway Oracle cards. Visit www.thesoulpathway.com for more information.